Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
Evening, everyone. Welcome to the Saville Grand Prix in Edmonton, Alberta. My name is Matt Sussman, and I'll be calling this Saturday night game between Team Shinya Abe from Sapporo, Japan, and Team Wouter Gosgens from Zoetermeer, the Netherlands. Just started the first end. Team Abe will be throwing yellow, and by the draw to the button challenge, Abe will have hammer in the first. So this is the final round robin game in this event. It's pool play. Gosgens is 3-0. Abe is 2-1. So this is a need to win game for Team Abe. Gosgens wins, they're through to the playoffs on Sunday. Also in the pool is Team Van Amsterdam, which is at 3-1. So if Team Abe wins this, we'll have 3 teams at 3-1. And you get into the tiebreakers, you break out the calculators, and you figure out who advances. So center guards up for Team Gosgens from the Netherlands. They are the Dutch national team, have been representing their country at Europeans and Worlds for a number of years. You see here the lead for Team Abe, that's Haruto Aochi. Looks like he's going to freeze on his own. That wraps in nicely. Good setup so far for Abe. Sitting 2, behind cover. Who's getting second? This is Jaap van Dorp. Many years ago on this team, he was actually the skip. So they've shuffled the lineup over the years. Carve this one over. Just going to glance their own red and push it out of play. So everything there is on the center line. Lined up really nicely for Abe. Going to be hard to get both those yellows. So instead of going underneath down the center, it looks like he's going to ask his second, Hayato Sato, to just draw to the open wing. He wants this one T-line. Needs a little more. Is likely going to come up light. Just going to end up as a corner guard. It's an opportunity for Gosgens to knock his red straight back. Probably can't get both. Might spill one if he's on the money. That's a good run back. Good bounce back shot for Van Dorp. Red straight back. Out. Probably can't get both. So take a look again. Well managed the entire way down. Just needed a little more curl, and he might have stuck it. So it's looking better for Gosgens. Still looking really good for Abe, though. He's got a chance to score two here. This one's also a bit light. Sweeper's going hard on it. Took it as far as they could, but it is third shot for the moment. Sato's pair both came up a little light. Gosgens third. This is Lorenz Hookman. They hit that on the other side, but will roll right there. Might be sitting two. Yes, they are. Still a good result for them. So Abe is looking to line up something. Maybe he can make a play on their yellow in the top 12. It is there, but it's also the first end. You don't want to complicate this one too much. So Abe is the skip for this team, but he does throw the third stones, with Tetsuro Shimizu throwing the fourth stones. So Abe will just try to hit this one, roll inwards as much as possible. This will be soft bump weight. On it right out of the hand. Need to get past that yellow, and oh, it's just gonna click it and roll away. So just like that, couple good shots there by Gosgens, Team Gosgens, and suddenly they're looking to force here. They're gonna use the center guard, try to go under that. Hookman's second. It's either wide or heavy. And that is going to push in the yellow corner, which goes into the other yellow, and that may have pushed them shot. Tough to tell. From this perspective, looks like Abe is sitting the 1. And that definitely changes things. So after trying to play on the far left with his first, Abe is going to go all the way to the other side of the house. And not sure if this is lined up for a hit or draw. Let's hit weight. This side has been a little straighter. Seem to like the line. And that'll roll to just biting the 4. There's a hit and roll chance here for Gosgens. There are a number of places you can roll as well. If you can't get under the center, if it rolls too far, you can go underneath all that clutter on the left side. So a few options here for Van Dorp in the house to call line. This one is also running straight. So he'll hit it on the wrong side, roll away. And that is not going to stay in play. So a chance here for Abe. He can find his way to that red stone on the side. He could be sitting 3 after this, and then we could suddenly have a very difficult shot for Gosgens on his last. This end, for the first end, this has gone back and forth a lot. Shimizu's first. We're on it right away. Line is actually pretty good there. You make contact. They do roll underneath, and that's going to be undercover, and that's a fine shot from Tetsuro Shimizu. Abe is sitting the 3 at the moment. Now it's about damage control. Wouter Gosgens, can he hit this one and get rid of 2 yellows? Certainly there. He does get that, and there's also a center guard he could roll underneath. This could work out really well. So far here in this first end, everything that Red's been throwing has been running straight for them. So he needs a good one here to save the first end. Last stone for Gosgens. Can he make a double? And he sticks it. He will get rid of one. Shooter will roll and just spin. Might be second shot. So that'll force Shimizu back out there and just needs a hit and stick and they'll put 3 up just like that. Well played so far for Team Abe. So here we go. Final stone of the first end. Tetsuro Shimizu trying to just throw a hit and stick. Need to carve it over. And it will sit right there. That will be 3 on the board for Team Abe. We'll be right back for the second.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
Second end here at the Saville Grand Prix. Big 3 points put up by Team Abe. Very back and forth first end. Take a look at how they got that 3. A few misses on both sides, but it just ended up Abe capitalizing on it and just a nice hit and stick. Didn't have to throw it too hard. They were able to figure out that path down there. So Gosgens hasn't lost yet this weekend. They're going to have to try to regroup, figure out a way to score a couple of points here. Looking at Curling Zone's history of head-to-head between skips, Gosgens and Abe have played twice. They both happened last year. One of them was also nearby Okotoks, Alberta. And also the World Men's Curling Championship last April. Gosgens won both of those games. So he's never lost to Abe. He's looking to keep that streak alive here. So this is Tobias Vandenherk. The Dutch lead, wrapping around corner guard, over curling just a little bit. It's out in the open on the other side, but it's going to be pretty difficult to chase. So that's a decent result. And make Hayato Sato chase it with a freeze attempt. We do have some curling fans from Japan watching. It is Sunday morning in Sapporo at 10:20 a.m. where they're at. It's unknown if we have any fans from the Netherlands watching, but it is 3:20 in the morning there. So if they are watching, they are considerably more dedicated than other fans. That freeze attempt is a little heavy, just goes past everything, past the house. Jaap van Dorp's first. With the freeze missed, he can deal with a stone on the button, and he does it with ease, and rolled an inch towards center. So they are counting the two right now. Freeze attempt by Sato. Sweepers are on it right away. Back off. It's good. Just might have overcurled a little bit, but that will work. It's frozen on the other side. Freeze attempt might be a touch heavy. It's actually just going to go right past the yellow. They are sitting to two after that. Was not the call. It might be an okay result. Gosgens, I think he'll take that. Very interesting scenario here for Abe. Now suddenly your yellow stone, it's kind of hurting you. It's vulnerable. You also can't really make a play on it either. This will be Abe's first. With these types of events, there is no time clock, so they can take their time. A situation like this, when there's so many possibilities, sometimes you go with your gut instincts. I don't even know what the first thought would have been. Like playing something, if the angle's bad, one thing you can sometimes do is play just like a tap on the stone and change the angles a little bit. You hit your own yellow, that's frozen to the red. You move it a foot, might look a lot better. They might be doing something to that effect. They are going to play down that path. So they either block off his yellow or bump it. And hopefully the angle turns out good. It could be good, could be disastrous. But right now it's not very comfortable for Abe. See if he can make it better. Pushers haven't left this one. Here comes that center guard. That is going to bump it. So there is a hole there. Unfortunately, their Yellowstone is sitting right in the middle of the hole. Gosgens could just blast that and sit 3. Yeah, he just needs to hit this anywhere. He could also get a good roll. Lawrence Hookman's first throw. This one's also moving. Oh, and they are gonna just pick it out of there. Right on the nose, glances past the red. And they're sitting 4. Really, really good weight choice there by Team Gosgens. Very careful. Very carefully removed. That will leave a double back. Abe's second. Managing the line very well on this one. And that will get rid of 1. And their shooter will go undercover for 3rd shot. Pretty decent result there for Abe. Looks a lot better than 4 red. However, Gosgens find a place to hide 3rd shot. This is Hookman second. Not really curling yet. Needs to get off that yellow. Just grazes it and settles underneath, but it is fifth shot. So a bit of a miss there. Shimizu can try to bail his team out here. Double looks pretty thin. But a hit and roll would work out really nice. Hit and stay's not bad either. Shimizu's first. Starting out wide. Now it's starting to curl on him. Now, will this stick? We'll go underneath for second shot. So the big end is slowly starting to melt away here. Gosgens can still get a 2, possibly a 3 if he can bury this one real nice. Top 4 would be a great spot. Gosgens first. Can he find the touch? Starting to curl. They need to get it by. They're past the yellow. Oh no, they touch it. That might have just saved them. It redirects, still goes underneath. A piece is under cover, still a good result, and they are sitting the 2. So they weigh in for Team Abe. Court on the right side looks awfully tight. So they will chase this one. Does look like a down weight hit. They play like back line to hack, hit this on the nose. Possibly make contact with both reds without removing them. Could be sitting a couple when the dust settles. Tricky shot here for Shimizu. Should be past the guards. And they will touch one. They will just barely touch the back one. But it is still shot stone. I'll give that 3 out of 4 points for Shimizu. Makes the 2 real tricky here. Gosgens might need to use the port. Just not a lot of space there. It's that redstone top 12 that's really hurting them. I don't think I think they're going to play the port, but I think they're going to play it the other way and just try to get a redirect off one of those yellows. This is a tricky one here. Might also be doing wide out-turn draw. Go around everything. Just need this half in the forefoot. This is the simpler of the 2 shots. You got to be careful not to push them in for shot, though. Here is Wouter Gosgens' final stone hammer for the second end. Needs to find the forefoot. They're trying to get this one. Can they get it past? They do get it past. Oh, what a lovely draw there. Wouter Gosgens finds the forefoot. Simple shot there. And he gets his team on the board. They're going to be down 3-2 without hammer going into the third.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
Back here in the third end, the Saville Grand Prix. Team Gosgens, pressure draw from the skip. We're going to take a look at that again. We always see replays of the big takeouts. We never see replays of the really good draws. But we got one here because we had a highlight reel here. That draw went right past the yellow and settled in on the tee line for 2. That is how it's done. They did have a chance for a few more, but they will take the 2. Let's see if they can get a force or a steal here out of Team Abe. Rocks down the center, lining up here. Tobias Vanden Herks. Settle on the top of the button. So Team Gosgens is not yet qualified for the Olympics. They have some work to do. But they are the national team. And they will play in the Olympic qualification event in December in Kelowna, BC. There's 2 spots remaining for the 26 Olympics in Cortina, Italy. But they're going to have to go through some other strong teams. Some of the favorites, Team China, Team USA, Team South Korea. Their national team is also in this field. Soo-Yuk Kim. Japan had their trials this summer. That's Team Yamaguchi, who's also in this field, a few sheets over. New Zealand will also be there. And this week in Scotland, they just qualified 3 teams, New Zealand being one of them, the other 2 being Poland and the Philippines. Philippines do not have curling ice, but they do have dual citizens that live in Switzerland. So there is a chance of the Filipino men's curling team to reach the Olympics in 26. Team Abe had a chance to be the national team, but they lost to Team Yamaguchi in a best of 5. So they are playing for world rankings and cash. They are ranked Team Abe is ranked number 25 in the world at the moment. Team Gosgens is ranked number 46. So from the perspective of the Netherlands, a field like this may replicate what it's going to be like in the Olympic qualification events. So a good showing here will certainly give them some momentum as they head into December. So back to the game. We got a bunch of rocks in play. They're all in the middle. As Sato makes a run back, sticks his shooter. Still 2 red stones in the forefoot for the time being. Each rock will settle in front of the house, guarding the two stones. Double peel opportunity here for Sato. See how many he can get moving. Just get their own. Wanted to hit a little bit more of that rock. They could have really made some noise. They could have driven that other red back into the house. Spilled a few more. So Gosgens could either guard again or do what he's intimating right now is just load up the forefoot. Given the fact that Abe has been trying to peel, it is getting late in the end, you could throw another 1-2 guard. Protect your open red stone on the left side. Even though we don't speak Dutch, at least most of us don't, the brooms can sometimes tell a better story than words ever could. I think they are going to guard the open red stone. Higher the better. Just over. Might be a really good spot here. All right, stop curling, and it will. Over curled about a half a foot. Still a really good result. I think the peel attempts are out of the cards for Team Abe at this point. And as soon as I say that, he's lining up a peel. It's going to be a difficult double attempt. But if he hits it the right way, he can make 3 go away. Double peel attempt for Team Abe. On his first. Trying to push this one over, and he will get 1 and 2 guards. Roll over to a corner, so good result. Yeah, we're going to look at that one again. As Ouchi pushes that one over, clears the fronts, and now you can't guard both reds anymore. You're going to have to pick one. Does look like we are going to guard the higher of the two. You might think, why don't you guard the one on the button? Because that shot stone, and you could do that. If you guard that one, then Abe is just going to hit the other one for a double. This one, however, is either heavy or didn't. It might have been going to tap that red, but just kind of glanced off. And it's just kind of sitting on the side there. It's fourth shot. Abe made a beauty on his first. Can he get a double on off these? Is there space to get underneath that highest red? Just treat this like a double. More smoke coming from Shinya Abe. Push this one over. It looks like he's close. There's one. There's two. And he will not remove it. But they are sitting. Shot stone, top of the button. Pretty good result. Is there a double back? It's going to be precarious. He can't be narrow. I think ideally you'd like to get rid of one of these at least and hold your shooter. Here's Gosgens first. What can he do with the yellows? Pushing it over to Curl. Need to make contact on one of them. He actually will touch them both. I don't think that was the call. But after everything is said and done, Gosgens is sitting too. Pretty spaced apart. One of those where you apologize to the other team. That was not the idea. I think they wanted to hit way more of that yellow. We will look at it again. They wanted to hit more of this yellow, but they just got enough of it. Went over top, collided with both yellows, and they got a good result. So they don't care how, they just did it. So now Abe and fourth stone thrower Tetsuro Shimizu is a double attempt here. Gonna have to hit about between a third and a half of this one. I think they're just going to try to hit the one and roll over. It is going to nestle up there for shot. Pretty good shot there by Shimizu. And now what do? The chess match continues. Abe with hammer is sitting first, third, and fourth. The problem with hitting that yellow stone that is closest is that suddenly your two red stones are grouped together and Abe's got a double for 3. So I'm not sure what the call is here, if they're just going to play conservative, hit the back stone and concede a 2. Looks to be what they're doing. And they don't want to give up any more than that. The way this game is going, points are not at a premium, so I think they'd be happy with the 2 here. If he can hit and stick on this back one, he will hit and stay right there. And that'll leave an open draw for Shimizu. That's some very interesting shots. The straightforward draw to the 8 is how this one is going to finish. Here is the last rock of the third end. Just needs 8 foot. If he can hit the tee line for fun. No problem whatsoever there. So Team Abe comes back, gets 2. They will take a 5-2 advantage heading into the 4th. We'll be right back.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting 10-fold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Fourth end here, the Saville Grand Prix. As points are going up quickly, it is already 5-2. Shinya Abe over Wouter Gosgens. That third end certainly had a lot of back and forth shots, couple makes, couple misses, couple accidental makes. Leaving a straightforward draw to the 8 for 2 points. Abe's lead, Haruto Aochi, makes the perfect center guard. So this is the first game that Gosgens has really struggled with. Looking back at their 3 games so far where they haven't lost yet. Not only haven't they lost, they haven't even played into the 7th end yet. In their pool, they've won their games 8-3, 8-2, 8-1. But by world ranking, this is the best team that they were scheduled to play here. They haven't lost to this team ever, though. They've beaten them twice in 2 appearances. But Abe has been in some close ones this weekend. They've got wins by the score of 6-4 and 6-4. And lost to Team Van Amsterdam by a score of 5-3. I think they'd be happy just giving up. They could just trade 2s from here on out. I'm sure they'd be okay. Gosgens is going to try to open up the front, see if they can hit the reset button on this end. Yeah, Van Dorp. He will just peel the 1. Hayato Sato putting the guard back. Now they wanted this one crossing the center line. And they just get it there. So rather than make a play on that, they could do a double peel. That would be the conventional call. Van Dorp is going to be asked to hit the yellow into the red into the yellow. This is made perfectly. They'll get rid of 2 yellows this way. Hold this one for line. Let's see what happens. There's the red. And they do clear it. Really nice shot there from Jaap Van Dorp. Look at that again. This is not an easy shot. The red stone is just kind of sandwiched in there. And the geometry worked out for him. So lonely red in the house here. Some guards up in place, so these can be rolled underneath. Hit and roll opportunity here. This has to move a lot. They will hit it and they will roll open. A lot of teams would just hit that open yellow stone and try to make the hit and roll yourself. They will just draw underneath the guards here. It's Lawrence Hookman with his first. The weight looks good. And the line is good. What more can you ask for? Abe here tries to figure out how to negotiate that red one. Selecting to go through the port for this one. Hard to tell if there's really any more space on either side. From the hack, it's probably going to look just 100% behind that yellow. You can't be throwing much more than back 8, back 12 on this one. Chase attempt, try to dig this out. There's a lot of space on that, past that yellow guard. They're going to get a piece. They're both going to roll away. That is the miss that Gosgens was looking for. Board waiter, roll underneath. They can sit too. So the hit and roll is going to overcurl a little bit. They will go too far. Almost out into the open there. You can't kill them both, but you can certainly get one of them. So that'll count as a miss for Lawrence Hookman. Shimizu just needs to get around that red corner guard. We can take this end away from them. Shimizu's first. He'd be going for the double. He gets one. Oh, but he is going to only get the one. And leave Huskin's shot there. Chance to draw and sit two. I think Shimizu was trying to throw that really hard and kind of hit both of them, kind of sliver one of them and then hit the other and just roll out. There's a lot of ways you could have made that shot with less weight. This end has been kind of a revolving door of half makes. If Huskins can get this one under the center guard, got a chance for a couple points. This one, sweepers haven't been off it. Doesn't have the line, but they just get it underneath. It's a piece open. Big piece open, rather. So they are two at the moment. Again, you'd be fine conceding the two if you just hit that red one. If you can hit it and sit there, it makes the draw difficult. The big shot, the best possible result shot, is what Shimizu is being asked to do here, is the big weight double. Which would probably lead to a force. See if they can execute it here. Final stone here for Team Abe. Tetsuo Shimizu, fourth stone thrower. Looking to make the double. He does get the red and just misses. That's going to leave an open draw for two. Again, if you're okay with giving up two, that does work. So Huskins just through this path. He wants to add a few more feet. Final stone here in the fourth. Cut the deficit to 1. Sweepers like it. No panic. And that will settle in for 2 points. So halfway done here. Team Abe will take a 5-4 lead with hammer. We will be right back.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos? One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
And we're back here in the fifth end here at the Saville Grand Prix. Take a panoramic shot of all the other games being played. This is a 9-sheet facility. And you've got, it appears, 7 sheets in play. So we look over, we have Team Craik and Team Hebert tied. Was tied, now they are Team Craik is up 3-1. That is into the 5th. Team Tim and Team Balance. Can't see the scoreboard behind them, but electronic scoreboard says that game is tied at 2 going into the 4th. Over here on sheet 4, that's Team Libis with a 5-3 advantage over Team Maeda. Over here on sheet 5, this is Japan versus Japan. Team Yamaguchi with a 5-2 advantage, stealing 3 in the 4th over Team Hirata. Sheet 6 looks pristine. A feature game here between Wouter Gosgens and Shinya Abe. Over Here on sheet 8, it is Team Jacques versus Team Halushak. That is a 5-4 Team Jacques advantage. Fourth end has not been put up on that one. And then over here in sheet 9, how many clubs can say that? That is appears to be a tie game, 2-2 between Team Kennedy and Team Davies. So plenty of games to watch here. We're going to go back to watching this game here between the Dutch national team, skipped by Wouter Gosgens, and the Japanese team from Sapporo, skipped by Shinya Abe. Once again, rocks in play. A lot of them down the center line. Team Abe with the 1-point advantage. And the last rock advantage. Currently shot at the moment. Looks like they will try to add another frozen stone into the pile. He's got the line, and that will work out nicely. So another freeze attempt here. This one will freeze onto the top yellow. One more score update, but it has nothing to do with the Saville Grand Prix. The Milwaukee Brewers are up 3-1 on the Chicago Cubs in the 7th. For you baseball fans, many Canadians may be torn between the Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. And many people in Western Canada are Mariners fans by proximity. Fortunately, you don't have to pay attention to that series until tomorrow night by the time this event is finished, so you can certainly watch both. We'll see if Team Gosgens can get another frozen stone. This one needs to come over. This might be more of a guard. That'll still work, though. Need to get it over as much as possible. Closer to the center, the better. That will just roll in and capture the center line. It's going to be difficult for Abe to score more than one here, the way things are going. You can see in the scoreboard, we have not had a force yet. Score of 1, everything, all the numbers have been crooked. It's always tough to know. Doesn't seem to be a big correlation between number of rocks in play and score. You can have a lot of rocks in play and end up just getting the one. Those that watch mixed doubles can certainly attest to that. There have not been a lot of cluttered houses in this game, so to speak. A lot of opportunities for both teams. I don't think anyone's keeping track of throwing percentage, but I would imagine that for both teams, they're probably a little bit less than they would like. So Shinya Abe we'll see if he can open up the center here. I'm gonna need to drive this back. He's been doing it at all game. Seem to like the line. Just the single peel. Gosgens will just put that back. Willing it to stop with his hand. From experience, that doesn't work, but works there. Might have overcurled a little bit. Interesting call here. Abe can hit this stone and roll. As long as it's fully in the forefoot, he does have the ability to sit too, all behind cover. Then what do you do with your Gosgens? There's Abe's second. And he'll make contact, and he's going to roll a little bit, but not enough. He's going to leave, hit and roll back. Another interesting question here with this, depending on how hard he throws this. You're going to be able to hit the underside of shot stone. Depending on how hard he throws it. I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Big shot here, if there is such a thing. Real good chance here to flip the script here in the fifth end. Needs to move over. He's going to sit right there. It's still in the way. There's no longer anywhere to roll. A good position for Gosgens. The team will come down and take a look here. Abe is sitting first, but Gosgens being second and third makes this one difficult. Abe's got 2 stones left here. This was the last rock. They would probably just draw open on the other side. I don't think they've looked at that yet. I want to make a play on this one. Guess would it be so bad if they were just kill that red one? See what happens here. Tetsuro Shimizu with his first stone. And they will just make that red one go away. So that opens up the forefoot a little bit. Now you can't guard both sides. And you can't steal either. So Gosgens is going to block the side that they've all been playing, at least in the second half of this end. That'll leave the button for Shimizu. Team's going to talk it over. I guess the question is, what do you stand to gain from trying to draw into the forefoot? It's very precise. If you make this work, it's going to make the draw for 2 a little more difficult. But it's in the exact wrong spots. You're queuing up an easy hit for 2 for Abe. So I think they've settled on, after much deliberation, the shot they were going to do in the first place. Sometimes it does help to talk it through. You are going to leave them a a similar shot either way. The only thing you probably could have done is maybe split that center guard and block off both paths, but that's a very low degree of difficulty. So this is the last stone for Wouter Gosgens. Just wants to block off that draw path. Needs it to stop. And that should do the job. Tetsuro Shimizu will throw on the other side. We just need a little bit better than full 4 foot. Sliver of the button is available. That'll do the job. Here is the last rock in the 5th end. And Tetsuro Shimizu find enough of the 4 foot. Keep the streak of 2-point ends alive. Needs to curl. Needs to stop. And it was going to slide a little bit too far. So after all that, it is going to be 1 point on the board for Team Abe. It'll be a 6-4 game as we head into the 6th. We'll be right back.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
Enter the 6th end here. The Saville Grand Prix in Edmonton, Alberta. Do not be alarmed. That is the first force of the game. And a lot of points to go around here. As Wouter Gosgens' team has been chasing ever since the first end when they were down 3-0. Trying to find some way to get back into this game. That was the first time that Team Abe really blinked. As a difficult draw needed full 4. Went a couple feet too far. Gosgens just needs 2 here to tie the game. Pretty good odds to tie this thing here. I have been very careful to try to get the pronunciations right on these teams. So, and all the studying of the Dutch language that I did today, the skip's name Gosgens, that first G, attempted to say it like a G sound. Another Dutch word I think we're all familiar with, the cheese Gouda. That's the kind of anglicized way of saying it. But apparently in Dutch it's Gouda. I have been noticing commentators trying to get the pronunciations right for a lot of these teams. I think it's respectful to do so. Especially with people from all sorts of different languages and intonations, it can be difficult, but might as well give it a try. So, Gosgens. Free guard zone violation there. That was the 5th stone of the end. So everything goes back. Nothing like a free guard zone violation to disrupt a soliloquy on international phonetics. That's what I always say. So now with the free guard zone off, Van Dorp can peel this center guard. Played that not so much appeal as it was a hit and roll to a corner. Good things brewing here for Gosgens in the 6th. Got 2 corner guards, they've got 1 underneath. Run double possible here. See what Sato's got. And they will get it. Very well done there. Hayato Sato. Will roll toward the center. As we look at this one, no panic from the skip right away. They had it pretty good and they got a nice piece of it. force this Dutch national team to go underneath this new guard here. Needs to go for weight and line, but they did it. And a little curl, a little piece. It's pretty well done there. I think Abe will simply put a center guard up rather than try to hit a red stone. There's not a bunch of wonderful possibilities. You could hit the open red corner guard, roll toward the center, make it that way. Center guard will nestle in nicely there. Does the job. It'll be a little tricky to follow that down. Should be space though. Might need to use the backing based on this line. Here's Lawrence Hookman. Nothing yet from the Brushers. Now here we go. It's starting to come in there. And that will bump it a foot. Really nice result there, splitting the tee line. Abe will just have to try to do the exact same thing. If he can, then you won't be able to freeze on it for shot anymore. Abe second. Just trying to get it off that red. I think they did. Now they need to get it over. It will make contact and they will sit right there underneath the center guard. So shot stone is Team Abe at the moment. just have to do the same thing. They get by that yellow guard just barely. Should be able to make the play that Gosgens suggested. It's a 6 then, it's an even end. Gosgens will get 2 hammers in this game. I'd really like 2 here. I'd love to save that red in the back 4. Gosgens really likes that soft tap around. I think the team was so sure to agree right away. There doesn't seem to be any other high percentage alternatives. I guess if you miss narrow and get that guard out of the way. Here is Hookman's second. Delicate tap needed here. Are they past the guard? Yes, they are, just barely. Now they need to push it over. Oh, that shot was there, absolutely. And they do it, but I believe Abe is still shot in the back. Didn't curl enough. They couldn't cross the face enough to avoid the jam. Still something that Abe's gonna have to deal with. That red stone thrown by Hookman is in a very strong position. So I think they have decided on a guard. Just guard that port. If they guard the port, you're probably going to see some type of blast. There seems to be some more discussion beyond what seems to be the call is just place a guard in the port. I think Shimizu might want to go in the house, make the stone a little bit deeper, perhaps to take away more shots. Worst thing you do is give them bump them in for shot here. You could potentially steal this end. Although one's not end of the world when you think about it. We'll see where this one goes. Shimizu's first. They are playing this one in. So that seems to be what Shimizu wanted. He did it. Does that take away any potential shot here? And Gosgens is contemplating a peel of the center guard. He's also queuing up a potential straight run back. You hit that center guard, go straight back into the other yellow that was just thrown by Shimizu. And you go yellow, yellow, red, yellow. I think that's what he wants to do. And if you're a fan of chain reactions, I think you're at the right place. So Wouter Gosgens. Trying to make a long connection here. Would be a triple run back. We'll find out here. First, he's got to find nose here. Mr. Curl, he's close. He's got 1, 2, and he does make contact. Really nice shot, Wouter Gosgens. He is shot after all that. Who are we to doubt him? He saw it. He threw it. Very little panic from the sweepers. And a very, very good result there. Well, I have to say, that's the most fun shot we've seen tonight. Quality of play has definitely escalated in this second half of the game. Shimizu must find a way to either get themselves closer, or they may also try to force them. And this is Team Abe's final stone. I think they're playing the bump. Can they promote their own? Just hangs a little bit. Nice try there, but that will leave. A draw for 2 through a whole bunch of shrapnel. Just needs to touch the forefoot. If he can do that, we've got ourselves a skips deuce the hard way. It's not going to look great from the hack, but it is there. This is last rock of the sixth end. Wouter Gosgens wants to find the forefoot through a rocky road. Seem to like the line. They seem to like it, and no problem whatsoever. Finds the forefoot, splits the tee line. And Gosgens has tied this game. They will be knotted at sixth end. Team Abe will take hammer into the seventh. We'll be right back.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
All right, after some wonderful shots played in the sixth, we finally have our first tie in this game since when it was 0-0. So Team Abe will take hammer into this seventh end. See if they can put up a pair of points themselves. All the other games around the Saville Grand Prix are still underway. A lot of good games. Nothing like live curling, watching everything. We'll take a look at these scores here. We got Team Craik from Scotland. That is a 5-2 advantage over Team Hebert. Team Tim has a 4-3 advantage over Team Balance. Team Tim has last rock in the seventh. Over on sheet 4, that is Team Libis putting up 2 in the 7th, so they're coming home. They have a 7-4 advantage over Team Maeda from Japan. In our all-Japan game, we have the rare blank end in the 6th. Team Yamaguchi having hammer in that one. That's a 5-3 advantage for Team Yamaguchi over Team Hirata. Our feature game here, Team Gosgens and Team Abe, setting up what hopes to be an exciting 7th end. Come right back to that one over here on sheet 8. That is Team Jacques. Looks like they're, I don't think they've hung the 6th yet, but our scoreboard says that is a 5-4 advantage over Team Halushak. And last but certainly not least, it is a bunch of ones up on the board. Maybe it is the least in terms of total points. But that is Team Davies with a 4-2 lead over Team Kennedy. And final from Milwaukee. The Brewers beat the Cubs 3-1, so the Milwaukee Brewers will play the Los Angeles Dodgers for a chance to go to the World Series. Back here to our featured game, as you can see, very symmetrical scoreboard, no steals, at least thus far. Team Abe hopes that will remain the case. This Team Gosgens just gets that guard over the hog line. Not a lot of room there. If you're Team Abe, you want your 2. You'd be fine with the blank, and that's why they might be considering something heavy. So they may opt to hit the tighter of the 2 guards and roll to a corner. Is Hayato Sato. Trying to set something up here for his team. Reapers are on this one. They will get it. They're going to roll not as far as they would have hoped. Leaves it more of a center guard. Sato does have some experience playing in Canada. Our producer, Connor, gave me a fact about Sato. He played in the 2019 Canada Winter Games. He skipped a team from British Columbia. And they won gold. Then after that, he moved to Japan. Began playing for Japanese national team, so he's no stranger to Western Canada. Usually what happens in this game, you move around, but you end up finding your way back somehow. It's a small community. Even Sato's hit and roll didn't roll as far as he wanted. It is resulting in a long discussion for Wouter Gosgens and his vice, Jaap van Dorp. So Van Dorp is second, but he does hold the broom for Gosgens for his throws, so he probably wanted to consult with him over the person actually throwing it here, Lawrence Hookman. Red's got a rock in a really good spot, so I think they may just want to clutter up the guard zone. See if they can get this one halfway. Space them as much as possible. That one's going to be a little high. Should make a double peel pretty easy, and I think that's what Abe immediately went to. Well, Abe's been tasked with throwing a lot of upweight shots, although tasked may not be the word. He's been calling them himself. He's the skip. Keeper's on this one hard. Can they hold it? Can they get both? They're just going to get the one. They will take out one of their own yellows in the back. That's going to leave one of my favorite stones in curling, a rock that stays on the hog line. One of my favorite rules. Confuses the pants off of new curlers. So now with all those centers in play, we'll see if Hookman can block it off a little more. So with four center guards in play, we need to find a way for Abe to get in and score here. Looks like he's lining up another double peel. Of course, if this is missed, there's a chance that this one will be completely over the hog line on the other side. You want to root for shots to be made, but we also like really unusual events as well. Here's Abe's chance for a double peel. And he'll get one. Oh, really nice. And a little bit more action in the house. Everything's moving around. Really good. good result there. Let's look at this one again. This one has to be kind of easy. It's pretty close to, about as close as you're going to try to hit a stone. Gets a good half of that one, spills it. All the yellows move. And so things are a little more clear for Abe. Again, he just needs a way to score a point at least. So Gosgens, I think, is, rather than try to guard something, I don't know what you guard, he will elect to hit the yellow stone. Probably the right call. You can hit it and sit right there. It acts just as good as a guard. Gosgens first. Needs to push this one over a little bit. Looks like they got it. That will roll to the center. Really good result there. Really good roll. Abe's in trouble here. Not a whole lot of other options here, but he can make a play on that stone that rolled. It didn't roll completely underneath. About half of it open. Tetsuro Shimizu might be able to hit it and roll underneath that right corner guard. See if a skip's deuce can be pulled out from nowhere. That one definitely is in the way, so. It will make contact. This will roll a little bit too far, but it will be second shot. It'll open up shot stone. And this may end up being a force. Gosgens has a couple options. They first signaled hit the yellow. Can't really roll anywhere. That's going to concede a relatively simple shot. However, I think they're going to go for the steal here. Just guard shot stone. And again, with this being the seventh end, you'd see some teams be absolutely fine giving up one and holding on.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Back here in the 8th end. Apologize for that. Had some technical difficulties, but I think we're back on board here. We had a steal in the 7th end, Team Gosgens. Basically had the entire house to themselves. Team Abe being forced to concede the steal. That's the first steal of the game here, so we are here in the 8th end. It's 7-6. Abe is going to need 2 to win, 1 to tie. Freeze attempt just bounced off a little bit. I'd like to welcome everyone who watched the Team Libis win over Takumi Maeda. That was a 7-4 final. This game has had a slightly slower pace of play. Jaap van Dorp. His attempt comes up a little light. Abe trying to open up the middle there. Yato Sato. Just get the one. Crash into their own corner guard there. So Gosgens is still sitting the one. They're just going to guard that. They're absolutely fine with that. They're absolutely fine if they only give up the one. Lawrence Hookman's guard will make it over nicely. Again, the situation here, this is pool play. This is the 5th game. 4th, rather. 4th game. There are 5 teams in the pool. Gosgens is 3-0. Abe is 2-1. And Team Van Amsterdam is 3-1. Their only loss to Gosgens. So if Abe can win this game, we'll have 3 teams at 3-1. So with 2 teams coming out of the pool, well, things will get algebraic, suffice to say. If Gosgens can hold on to win this after being down 3-0 in the first, they will advance to the quarterfinals unblemished, and they'll have a favorable matchup with their quarterfinal game, which will be tomorrow morning at 8:30 Mountain Time. Abe trying to open this up best they can. He will take care of the one guard. They will put the guard back. there are some permutations in this pool play where if all three teams do finish at 3-1, they could all advance. But that will require Team Abe to find a way to score one here and another one later, or get two of them right here. Right now, things are looking good for Team Gosgens. Got the steal in the 7th, and they're looking to steal again. Shinya Abe's second. We'll just peel that center guard. And you guessed it. They're going to put the guard back. The question's really going to become if this is just the way it's going to go. How will Team Abe find a way to score? That guard will be put up. For those of you watching the stream, if this game does end in the 8th, we will take you to bonus action. Who doesn't love bonus action? The Autumn Gold in Okotoks. That's the A qualifier match, which is currently in progress. So if you're a Team Gosgens fan or a Team Abe fan and they score 2, you could also be rooting for bonus curling in a different cash wheel altogether. The point is you're going to get more curling either way. At any rate, this is a chance here for Tetsuro Shimizu. This yellow is partially exposed. Can they hit it and open things up? Find out here with this first. And this is gonna... Well, it'll take care of one. It will clip another, and that does open things up. That's a pretty good result for Shimizu. About as good as you could do. The chance for 2 is still alive. So with a couple shots possible here, Gosgens is going to elect to freeze down into that pocket. And if he does that, there may not be a lot of options for Abe to even score. Top 4 would be really good weight here. Here's the final stone for Wouter Gosgens. Sweeper's guiding this one in. A little heavier than they wanted, but I think that's going to end up working out. Maybe. Taps it a foot. I believe Gosgens is still shot, but there is a possibility for 2. It is there. Yellow into red. It's a delicate angle because there's that red that Wouter just threw is in the way, but it is there. Don't think that's the shot Gosgens wanted to throw. I think he wanted it a little lighter. Does make this shot harder, though. Coming at this one with a lot of weight, though. Comes at it with a lot of weight. There's a chance to get one for sure. He wants to hit this one a little high side, if anything. Big shot here for Tetsuro Shimizu. Needs this to stay alive, potentially make the quarterfinals. Last rock here. We're on it right away. Sato never off. Can they get by? It's starting to overcurl, and that will not make it. That will be a stolen point for Team Gosgens. They will advance to the quarterfinals. Final score of 8-6. Wonderful comeback win. We're going to take you to bonus action in Okotoks. Thank you so much for watching tonight.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.